welcome back to our third discussion. Our third discussion is about digestion rate, and here we are more interested in talking about digestion in the small intestines. What now? When we talk about the small intestines are, I mean, they comprise of the duodenum and the jejunum. I told you that some things you're not going to be getting when you go to lower studies. But these are details, not the jejunum. It is called the jejunum. It is Jejunum, jejunum, and the ileum. So there are three major parts in the small intestines. The very first part is the process in the small intestine. The very first process is pancreatic juice and bile. This it is their secretion that we are talking about, and the pancreas is the one that releases the pancreatic juice, and this pancreatic juice contains most of the digestive enzymes, and the liver also releases the bile. We talked about pancreatic juice and the bile. The bile is secreted by the liver, and the liver, the bile rather, emulsifies the fats. Now we are looking at digestion of food in the small intestines. You are going to learn more from me. Uh, Under the small intestines, the second thing, I remember I told you the first thing is secretion or production of pancreatic juice and the bile. The second thing is carbohydrate digestion. The carbohydrate digestion, here the pancreatic enzymes that are contained in the pancreatic juice, for example, the pancreatic amylase, and this breaks down carbohydrates into simple sugars. The carbohydrates into simple sugars. Remember, as the food passes in the stomach, it escapes with some carbohydrates undigested. So here, carbohydrates are digested by the pancreatic amylase. The second thing, that is the third thing rather, is protein digestion. The proteins that come via the mouth in the stomach also reach the small intestines, and the and the and this digestion is overseen or done or carried out by the pancreatic enzymes. Also, these pancreatic enzymes, we have the trypsin, we have the chymotrypsin, and the carboxypeptides. Remember, I told you in the stomach that as food is being digested in the stomach, we have pepsin released as pepsinogen that is activated by the hydrochloric acid. So the the broken pieces that we call the amino acids also, and the peptides rich in the stomach, in the small intestines rather. So the carboxypeptidase is also an enzyme that breaks down the proteins into amino acids. The fourth thing is fat digestion. Now, fat digestion, as earlier on discussed, it is carried out by the bile that is released by the liver. Now, the bile, what does it do? The bile simply emulsifies the fats, and pancreatic lipase breaks them down. So we have seen that after the bile emulsifying the fats, what happens next? We are saying that the lipase, the pancreatic lipase, that is an enzyme that is contained in the pancreatic lipase. Now, this one breaks them down into fatty acids and glycerol. Now, the fatty acids and glycerol, these are the final products of digestion of fats or lipids. The next thing is absorption in the small intestines. In the small intestines, absorption also takes place and nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream through the intestinal walls. Now, we are going to talk about the ileum. The ileum has suitable, we can call them features, that make it carry out the process of absorption. The very first thing in the ileum is that it is long and coiled. Now, why is it long? It is long to, now what I'm giving you are the adaptations, the feature and an adaptation. We are saying that it is long to increase the surface area over which the food is absorbed. That is the very first unique thing with the ileum. Number two, it is coiled. The ileum is coiled to slow down the movement of food. As food moves down, it has to be slowed such that more of it can be absorbed into the bloodstream. Number three, the ileum is special in a way that it also has finger-like projections. Now, these finger-like projections are the villi or the villus if it is one, that is singular, but plural, the villi. These also contain specific features that we shall look at, but right now the adaptation is it has finger-like projections called the villi through which food is absorbed. Those are a few adaptations and many more. That will be a discussion for another day on its own. So let's continue. We had finished with digestion of food in the small intestines. We are now going to look at digestion of food in the large intestines. Now, the large intestines are also called the colon. The colon. And majorly here, water absorption is done majorly here. Absorption of water in the same column, and also electrolytes and some vitamins. Vitamins are also absorbed in the colon. Water is absorbed in the colon. Electrolytes are absorbed in the colon. The next thing that takes place as soon as the food reaches the colon, fiber fermentation. Now, fiber fermentation, when we look at fiber fermentation, the colon's microbiome, you see, I told you that some words I'm going to be mentioning that you might have not known, but I'm telling you that the colony's microbiome ferments undigested fiber. It ferments undigested fiber, producing a short chain fatty acids. It breaks down, it ferments to produce a short chain fatty acids. Number three, it also does the last process of digestion that I told you, egestion. It eliminates, now this is elimination of food. The waste is eliminated from the body through defecation. Now, as food is in the semicolon, rather it is in the colon, it is digested. That elimination. Now, what is digested is the undigested food, meaning the body has picked its rightful amount of carbohydrates, as earlier on discussed, its rightful amounts of proteins. Now, the remaining that is not picked, or the excess food that is not digested, is digested through defecation. The, basically or generally, the digestion process is a complex multi-setup process that involves coordinated effort of multiple organs and enzymes. In the next part, we are going to look about the the accessories, those organs that also play part in digestion. We just looked at the process of digestion, but they are those essential parts that we are going to look at. Thank you so much for watching. I have been Teacher Bennett. I want to thank all these people who are online. Continue subscribing, sharing, and downloading my videos. Thank you. Meet another time.